Okay, so Sunderland is, of course, one of the newly promoted sides this year, and they have been performing tremendously this far. They are sitting on, I think it's 14 points, and they're in seventh position right now on the table. So they're doing really well for a newly promoted side. They're playing really good football. They have some good names of some players that you probably know of, like Enzo Lefebvre, Granit Xhaka. They have a couple others that you will definitely know. And to just get into a couple of their keys, they have some key players that I want us to really keep an eye on as we get into this game. So, first off, they have Bertrand Traore. I don't know if you remember him, but back in the day, he was a Chelsea player. Played for us for, I think, a few seasons, kind of as a striker slash winger. And he's a fun player. For some reason, I had this soft spot in my heart for Traore. And he's gone around a bunch of different teams. I think he's played in Turkey. He's played at Ajax recently. And now he's playing for Sunderland. So he hasn't necessarily been an impact player for them, but it's kind of fun to see him come back and play against our Chelsea. But two players who I think really are very effective for Sunderland, and we have to make sure we have to shut down our Granit Xhaka, who we all know from, of course, his infamous years in Arsenal and then his better years at Bayer Leverkusen. He's already sitting on 3 assists this year, so he's been good at driving play forward and creating for them. And of course, he's a good leader for them as well, kind of as a veteran player. For obviously a lot of times these kind of newly promoted sides are young, and even if not young in age, they're young in experience in the Premier League, and he of course has a lot of that. So he's going to be a big player for them in this game. And then a second player is going to be really big for them is their top scorer, of course, and that's Wilson Isidore. He's sitting on 3 goals as well, so he's been performing pretty well, and we have to make sure we have to shut them down. So that pair alone has 6 goal contributions for them in the first 7 games or so of the Premier League. So they've been playing well. And as for their play style, they do have some strengths for sure, and I'll pop up over here probably their strengths and weaknesses from whoscored.com, which is really fun if you guys want to check out and kind of look at how do teams play, where do they have the bulk of their possession, do they get most of their goals from open play, from set pieces, stuff like that. Go to WhoScored, it's a really good website. But they kind of tend to play a compact, defensive-minded football where they will attack. It's not necessarily only counterattacks, but they are more comfortable being in their side of the field for a longer period of time, sitting back, being compact as a defense, winning the ball. As you see here on the strengths, they're good at a couple things defensively. They're good at apparently stealing the ball, getting steals from the opposition